Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on NIO just 3 days ago when the price of this asset was at $5.79, and here is one of my breakdowns of its potential movements, and according to this information we had to hit $5.5 mark. And here is my second breakdown, and I have to admit that both of these outcomes are still on the table. And as you can see right here, we were on my previous video, we were at this very point, and for now we hit exactly the range of $5.5. And guys, none of these outcomes are invalidated, and you might wonder why I am doing this video without any significant news and any significant movements of NIO. And guys, in my technical analysis, I will show you that potentially we are nearing the crucial range of support, and we hit it. We just hit the crucial range of support that potentially might be the pivotal point for entire NIO price action. And in just several minutes, I will show you what I'm talking about. But if you want to know more about technical analysis and if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account, where for the $35 a month, for about $1 a day, you will be able to drastically enhance your trading skills. On top of that, for the first 100 patrons, I will do a giveaway. I will do a technical analysis based on your request on any asset that you might have. On top of that, guys, because of the beginning of my journey with Patreon, there are not so many people inside this Discord, and if you want to have the highest exposure on my trading skills, join my Patreon account. And I have to admit that I will do 2 to 3 technical analysis based on the request of the community. And if there is just 3 people or 5 people or 10 people in this Discord chat, definitely you will have the most up-to-date information in regards to certain asset based on your request. So it is quite fair deal, and that is why feel free to join to my Patreon account.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And let's continue with the price action. I have to admit that in general, if we zoom out, let's say, from the beginning of this year, this asset is in consistent downtrend. It has just one movement, one retracement to the upside, and then again we have more legs that are pointing down. And during this year alone, this asset lost more than 42% of its value. And guys, this is quite significant decrease in price of this asset, and this is the first sign that we have to see a more substantial retracement to the upside. And let's continue with the fundamental news. What are the news that might drive the price of this asset higher? If you take a look on cnbpost.com and if you switch to NIO top folder, you will not find any substantial news that might be the catalyst for this asset. But let me show you this update in regards to their deliveries, in regards to their January's deliveries. So, NIO delivers 10,055 vehicles in January, down 44% from December. And on my previous video, I told you that we had to break the 10,000 vehicles threshold, but in general, it will be about 45% decrease from the December numbers. And as you can see, we barely broke this number, and we have almost the exact number that I predicted in my video, in the exact decrease from the December deliveries to January deliveries. And in grand scheme of things, deliveries in January of 2024 is 18.21% higher from the January of previous year. And I have to admit that, let me show you, yes, this chart. This is the NIO monthly deliveries, and as you can see, at the very beginning of their production, they didn't have much volatility in these numbers. But the last couple of years show you that they have very significant ups and downs in this chart. And I have to admit that it is not the best sign for the company when they have this basically almost 50% increase and decrease of their production rates. It doesn't work properly for the intrinsic value of this company. But in general, NIO is still an emerging auto manufacturer, an emerging battery EV maker, and they have to have more exposure on the market in order to reduce these waves. So, and let me show you the list of their institutional investors. I have to say that we have a lot of mixed filings. Red rows indicate that these companies closed their positions, but green rows indicates that we have companies that opened completely new positions on NIO. And I have to say that we have mixed filings. As you can see, several companies closed their position entirely. And by the way, at the same time, XR Securities increased their call option position on NIO. And some companies opened new position, like this one. Headlands Technologies LLC opened completely new position for $2.5 million in value of this in this company. So, and let me show you that if you try to search any news directly related to NIO, you will not find the huge list of the most recent ones. As you can see, all of these news are quite outdated. We don't have the news that is closer than 1 week to the current date. And that is why, guys, the upcoming movements of NIO might not be so significant. On top of that, let me remind you that we are approaching to the Chinese New Year party that will take place basically next week from February the 10th till February 17th. And if we retrospectively take a look on the price action of NIO, let me show you, let me delete all the drawings. As you can see, at the very beginning of 2023, at the very end of January and the very beginning of February, we have the decrease in price of NIO. Next one, 2022, end of January, beginning of February, again, movement to the downside. 2021, again, from this point, we have significant movement to the downside. 2020, we also have the movement to the downside, but it is not so severe. And in general, in the majority of cases, right after the New Year, the Chinese New Year party, Chinese New Year holidays, we have a decrease in price of Chinese assets, and that is why you have to be very cautious. But at the same time, guys, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, at the same time, we have a significant movement to the downside. From the beginning of this year, as I already mentioned, this asset lost more than 42% of its value. And from the recent peak that this asset established at the very beginning of August of 2023, this asset lost, let me show you, this asset lost more than 65% of its value. And it doesn't have any significant movements to the upside that broke previous swing highs. That is why, guys, it is the first sign that we have to see potential retracement to the upside. On top of that, $5.5, it is the current, basically the current range of the price that we hit. And here you can see at the very beginning of trading days on NIO in October 2018, December 2018, and right here in January 2020, we have the range of about $5.5 as the very strong range of support and resistance. And potentially, as you can see, we are nearing and we are basically at this very range. We have we might have this level as the range of support. It might work as the range of support, and from this level we might have a bounce. Let me show you another sign that potentially leads to the same conclusion. If I switch to hourly time frame and zoom into the latest price action, as you can see, we have this price action that has quite significant movements, quite significant waves inside the trading sessions. And the pace of its moving to the downside becomes slower. This means we might have, again, we might have the range of support at $5.5 that potentially might hold. But guys, don't get me wrong. If you want to have more confirmation of its next trend, Please wait for the signs, wait for the higher highs and higher lows if you want to enter your long position, because for now it is the process of catching a falling knife. We don't know for sure where it might be the lowest point of this asset. And when we have these movements to the upside, we will establish higher highs and higher lows. With the breakouts above the previous most closest swing highs, it will be a sign that potentially we might have at least a short-term bounce to the upside that eventually we might lead, again, not will, but might lead to the longer uptrend. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.